So I've been seeing this sentiment be expressed among humanity very commonly lately. Perhaps you can relate, but it's this feeling of life just passing you by. And I've definitely been there many times. It seems like a lot of people are kind of feeling that these days of, you're just kind of here and you're watching everyone else live their life, do everything, accomplish things, have relationships, do all these things, and you're just kind of here, right? And maybe you even feel like you're left out of relationships, like a wallflower, like a third wheel. Like you're just kind of like, you're just that person, and people don't really think of you. So it's interesting because if you understand how reality works, you don't have to buy into that sentiment. And if you really, really understand, you can't buy into that sentiment because you understand that everything is an illusion and this is not real. Everything is you. There is no other person. There is no outside. There is only you. And everything is a reflection of you. So honestly, the number one reason why you might be feeling left out in life and like life's just passing you by and you're just here and you can't figure things out, the number one reason for that really is because you're not being yourself. And that's so much more complex than it sounds. It really, really is, because that's the only reason why you're here, is to be yourself and to learn more about who you are and to choose what you prefer, like feelings of happiness, joy, security, and contentment. The thing is like I'm saying here, you're the only thing that exists, and other people, they exist too, but they are essentially you in another body. They're essentially just, they're living in their own reality, but what you're doing is you're creating all of this. So if you're not being yourself, then you're not really going to be of service to everything around you, because the thing is that's the purpose of life, is to be yourself. So when you be yourself, you are therefore the puzzle piece that fits into the puzzle. And if you're not being yourself, you're not being the puzzle piece, and therefore you can't fit into the puzzle. You can't fit in. So you're not like in congruency with everything around you. So if you just sit and you hide away from life and you don't socialize and you just mope around and crap on yourself, you're never gonna get anywhere, because reality is just a mirror. So if you sit there and you say, oh yeah, my life sucks, this is how it is for me, this is how it goes for me, this is how people treat me, that's what you're going to get, because it's a mirror. And so it's like, okay, yeah, you say this is how it is, that's how it's going to be. Because you are the creator of your reality. You are literally God. You are an aspect of God, all that is. Because there's nothing but you. That's it. So the thing is the more you be you, is the more you're actually helping other people, whether it's directly or indirectly. It doesn't matter if you're like doing some sort of service work for people, or if you're just being yourself and therefore other people observing that, they're inspired and therefore go forth with positive energy. The thing is you being yourself is what draws and attracts all the experiences, and it makes your life happen. If you're not taking action, life is not gonna happen, because action is the language of this physical reality experience. You can sit there and wish and hope and intend all the live long day, but intentions without action is just nebulous rumination. It's meaningless, it's nothing. So you have to act, you have to go out there. And so while it's also just being yourself and taking action and going out there and being you, it's also mainly like, how do you interact when it comes to people? Are you putting yourself out there in social dynamics? Are you inserting yourself into the conversation? Are you asserting your energy towards others? Not in a bad way, but in a, hey, I'm here, I would like to converse and engage and interact with you kind of a way. because, you know, you can sit there and you can mope around about how people aren't paying attention to you and, oh, no one listens and I'm just here and blah, 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 blah. You can sit there and complain about that till the cows come home. And then you just have this energy that is radiating outwardly so powerfully of, nah, 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 I don't, nah, nah, nah. And no one's gonna like that. That just exacerbates the problem. And then no one wants to be around that kind of energy. They all can, like, on an intuitive level, like a subconscious level, they can feel it. So it's almost like on a very subtle, low-key level, they're drawn away from you because you're just in this woe is me mentality. So it's about that. And it's also about, like, you know, just like, I don't know, like, I'll give you kind of a specific example of myself that I learned where I made the mistake, if you will. Well, basically there was two people coming up, you know, we were meeting in the middle of a rave, and one of them was my friend, the other person was their friend. I didn't know that person, the second person. So, you know, I meet and I'm like, hey, what's up? You know, we're all saying hello with me and my friend. And do I engage or interact with his friend at all? No, I didn't. Because, you know, various reasons, whatever, my own triggers, perhaps, maybe I was a little shy, I don't know. There is a myriad of complex reasons why we do and don't do things, all revolving around what we believe serves us. But I didn't do it. I didn't interact and engage. So that's just the actions of a non-social person. That is the actions of someone who is not open to engagement. Someone, you know, so I didn't go and I didn't talk to her. I could have been like, hey, hello, what's your name? I'm so-and-so. So simple, you know, and I didn't. And it's not like it necessarily occurred to me and I decided against it. It just, you know, but it occurred to me later with hindsight. So it's something to think about. It's really about how you engage and interact with the people around you, which also leads into my next point is everyone is selfish. That's not a bad thing. Everyone is living their own life. Everyone has their own goals. Everyone has themselves to worry about. And that includes you. The only person you should 100% give all of your all to is you. That's it. Because no one, not a single person is going to be there for you for your entire existence. And that's just how it is. That's not a negative thing. It's not a judgmental thing. It's just a thing. And that's it. So, personal authority, unconditional love of self, unconditional happiness, regardless of what's going on. Because like I've said in another video, I don't know if you've had that moment where you're in a social group, maybe you say something, you express something, and no one responds, no one says anything. Now, there is a chance that you're just in a group of toxic people who are deliberately ignoring you. Move on. Let it go. Who cares about them? You don't need them. But often, maybe the people just didn't hear you, weren't paying attention, were looking at something else, yada, yada, yada. People are like fucking, they have the attention span of squirrels sometimes, especially in this day and age with all these fucking cell phones and social media nonsense. People's attention spans are just like all over. So like, you know, sometimes just having a human-to-human moment, it just doesn't really happen, and that's okay. You can just move on. See what happens, why you're in this sentiment of, oh, life's passing me by, people don't really like me, nah, is because you create that as your reality. Like I said, you're the creator of your reality. So what happens? You have this traumatizing moment, and then you decide to define that in a negative light. And then you receive the negative outcome. So like maybe you have this social blunder and then you're like, oh, people don't like me. I'm not likable. I'm not good at this social thing. It's all belief systems, opinions, not fact, opinions. And it's all the ego nonsense, the negative ego, all the blah, 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 blah. And you create from that. And then those belief systems that are inside of you, that are part of you, which since you are your reality, they go and they manifest situations for you in the external that prove to you, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough. But it's not true. It's not. You are good enough. Everyone is good enough. Everyone is literally as possibly powerful as they could be, ever. And you want to know why? Because literally everything you see right now is being manifested by you in real time. Trillions and trillions and trillions of times a second. You're literally in a brand new body, in a brand new reality, trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of times a second. So if you want to live your life and have, just things happen, have social groups and friends, you have to be okay with being yourself. And including everything that I've said up to until now, it also includes facing your triggers, because your triggers are there for you to let go of them, not for you to buy into them, not for you to define your circumstances, define yourself, define your life in a negative light. Oh, this is how it is. It's all that's ever gonna be. It's never gonna get any better than this. I'll never meet anybody. I'll never have this relationship. I'll never have this kind of lifestyle. It'll never happen. I've given up. It's just luck of the draw. That's just life, right? Yeah. Those are fucking lies. Lies taught to you by others. Not true. So really, you just follow that formula, the one that's always there, You just be yourself. Take action on what your passion is, what you're excited about. Doesn't have to be some big thing. It can be, I'm passionate about going out and taking a walk. Take action on your passion to the best of your ability. Work on your limiting belief systems, your triggers, letting them go. Understand that you are the creator of your reality. Everything is a mirror. Everything is a reflection of you. The relationships in your life are essentially a reflection of you. And you got this. You got this. You don't have to sit there and mope around. You don't. I really urge you to stop articulating and ruminating when you're in that energy of negative energy. Just stop trying to quantify it. Stop trying to figure it out. You can just be in a negative state and you can just let the energy ride out, and you don't have to sit there and verbalize it in your head or out loud. And that's just that. So anyways, I know you got this, and I know that you have a beautiful life ahead of you. And as always, thank you for watching.